Welcome to Showbiz Budgeting version 9. There have been numerous improvements and new features added, and we'll be posting detailed tutorials on these soon. For now, this video is a brief overview of some of the bigger changes. Starting with the Summary tab, we've expanded the utility of the Recap and Contract Fee row types. As you can see here, we've added fringe handling capabilities which allow you to include or exclude fringes so that you can clearly display the fringe amounts for different parts of your budget directly on the summary. In the case of contract fees, you can now include or exclude them from percentage calculations performed on selected categories and summaries. In addition, there is now a color picker option available for all of the summary row types, allowing you to create visual interest, visually distinguish between row types, or add emphasis to certain rows. Moving on to the Budget tab, you'll notice that you can now renumber selected accounts, and you can also use a color picker to add visual emphasis to certain lines as reminders. You could, for instance, use red to indicate that there's still some negotiation with a particular vendor outstanding. Clicking on the new Aggregate Fringe Percentage button allows you to instantly see your applied fringes expressed as a percentage of the line total rather than just the applied fringe names. You'll see I've clicked the button. It's gone to Aggregate Fringe Percentage. I can just turn that back by clicking on it again so you can see which of the fringes you've applied. Speaking of fringes, there are two important new fringe options available in the Tools menu at the top of the Program window. These are Simple Fringe Range, which allows you to highlight a number of details in a list and apply a cutoff, and the Named Fringe Range, which allows you to select details in different categories and phases and apply a cutoff. You'll see I've created two here, one for the director, which spans the prep, shoot, and post phases, and one for a value-added tax fee. Let's have a look at the expanded capabilities in the Fringe Manager window. The fringe posting options were somewhat limited in version 8. These have now been expanded to include post by account, post by category, level break, or budget. The new Fringe Group feature allows you to create a group of fringes selected from your pick list that can be applied all at once, rather than having to choose them individually each time you want to apply them to a particular line. Take a quick look at the one I've set up down here at the bottom, Basic New York Crew. Click on Edit, and you can see which of the fringes I've selected that can be applied with just one key click. In the Edit Fringe window, we've added basis selections, which allow you to control how you're applying fringes. One time, by a number in the quantity field, by a number in the multiplier field, or multiplying the numbers in the quantity and multiplier fields against one another. The new Where Used button will instantly show you wherever you have applied the selected fringe throughout your budget. Take a quick look at FICA. Click on it, click Where Used, and there you have it. All of the lines to which it's been applied, in what phases, at what level, and with the total calculations. The Globals window now features a Where Used button as well. You can highlight one of your global names, click on Where Used, and find out exactly where you've used it throughout your budget. Note the red question mark button we've added to many windows in Budgeting 9. Clicking on it will open your default browser and display the budgeting help entry for the subject area where you click the button. User manual PDF files are now a thing of the past. I've clicked on the Purchase Orders tab to have a look at two exciting new capabilities in the File Import menu. First of all, QuickBooks Online. You can now import from this program, and in File Export, you can export from budgeting to it as well. Number 2, we've got Import from Pio Log. Showbiz Purchase Order Log is a brand new free utility that can be used by anyone, even if they don't own a copy of budgeting. This allows your collaborators in the field to quickly create POs complete with vendor and payment information and email you the file to import in just a few seconds. I'll pull up Pio Log here for just a moment. You can see that the interface and the basic operation is very similar to the Showbiz Petty Cash Envelope utility many of you have been using for a long time now. Just select the file from anywhere on your hard drive, click the Open button, and the new PO info is included in your budget. This is going to be a huge time saver when your actualization deadline is looming. There are 3 new items worth noting in the Edit Detail window. Let's have a quick look at one of them here. The first is that the actual info types now include EFT for electronic fund transfer, to document those instances in which the vendor was paid directly to their bank account from yours. The second is attachments. This allows you to include images from scanned receipts, invoices, and the like for inclusion in your budgeting actualization file. The third item is the OT Translator here at the bottom of the Edit Detail window. This new display option breaks out the overtime calculations and rates you've created in the detail window, allowing you to quickly check for accuracy on your time card items. The Budget tab in the Print window now provides 3 format options: Commercial, Feature TV, and Chart of Accounts, which provides an easy-to-review printout of all the categories and accounts in your budget. Depending upon how you have the embedded detail selection set, you now have additional display options. Select a phase to display details, and you have the option of showing the fringe details as well. If you don't select any embedded details, you now have the option to show account level factors. In the Detail Reports tab, you now have Subtotal and Sort by Phase options here in the second subtotal field, and down below as a checkbox. As well, the oft-requested column picker is now available. Click the Columns button and limit or include as many of the available columns as you'd like. Thanks very much for watching. Download your free, fully functional 10-day Showbiz Budgeting 9 trial at media-services.com. Follow the software link to Showbiz Budgeting.